had various battlefields in mind. The one that was the biggest contender at the time, after striking a couple of others, they were all Eastern Front though, was the Battle for Berlin. But we felt, even though it's like it was, it also has so many places, very different scenarios, different environments that we could have our game play in. Stalingrad for us was still, the iconic turn of events that we just couldn't miss. So, and Stalingrad basically has everything crammed into those 4 months. It has, the end of the hot summer up to like the harshest winter of those times. You have like railway stations, industry environments, city environments, shacks. You have like the bare steppe. You have all types of weather. So basically that battle had everything in it that we wanted to use. Stalingrad was one of the fiercest, gruesomest battles of World War II, and it sure was the turn of events. It turned the whole war over, basically. It's not every map, but I think it's 70 or 80% of our maps are based on true locations. We actually went so far that we visited a couple of these locations. A couple of years ago, a small team, including me and Alan, our historian, for instance, and Tony, we actually went to Volgograd for a week. We had a very, very busy schedule and visited most of the places that we could visit, that we knew were very interesting for Red Orchestra to depict. One of the places that we visited was the grain elevator, for instance. It's an iconic building that is still there because it's made out of walls of concrete like this thick. And we were able to actually visit the grain elevator, which was unique because there hasn't been a Westerner in ages there, actually since Second World War almost. And we were actually on that building that I personally read about, saw vague pictures about, and suddenly you're on and inside that building, taking hundreds and hundreds of pictures, talking to the guy who actually worked there for like 40 years, telling everything about the history, about what was there at the time, what wasn't. So the research we did, which is one of the things that we love to do, it's why we build Red Orchestra and why we build the second game. It's just, we're addicted to that. Just a great experience to do that, and it's also very it's good to do levels like that on a one-on-one scale, because these levels are on a one-on-one scale, because that way they actually bring out the best in the weapons we have. Bullet drop and stuff like that. They don't work on mini maps. They work on one-on-one scale, and you actually wish yourself you had a rifle on a large square, and you wish yourself you had an SMG when you go close combat in a building on that square. So it actually makes our weapons shine. Basically, you get a full German and a Russian campaign, and they take place in similar locations as we have in multiplayer, but it is a full storyline. The story is about the war. It's not about a single soldier. So it's about different squads in different situations, and we start at the beginning of the Battle of Stalingrad, and we work our way through a German campaign. So you play as a German squad, and work our way into Stalingrad as we assault the city. And at the turn of events, we switch to the Russian side, and we get the counterattack, the counter-assault, which was massive. One of the things that we added to the game to be able to tell this story is at the introduction of each battle that you play in, you get an introduction about the historical context of the battle, the actual factual historical context. And after that, you get a debrief on what you as a squad are expected to do in the game level itself. So it's a really nice way to offer non-scripted and non-linear gameplay, which is Red Orchestra shines at stuff like that. It's a multiplayer-based game, so it's a lot of fun.